26th. Earn everything. Detonation FocusMe.
DFM is on a hot streak right now, especially when it comes to VCT Pacific records. They've won 10 matches, and this, if they win today, would be their third consecutive match win in a row. It's huge for this team. So they're good potential here, and I think if they both play on top form, I still find it difficult to choose who this winner might be.
Look, I think Full Sense is still undeniably going to be the favorite in this matchup today. In that upper bracket, they missed out on an opportunity for 3 chances to advance to the international event. How much disappointment can the Thai fans take at the end of stage 2? They missed that champs qualification. If they make their way through this middle bracket now, they're going to have only 2 chances at going to the international event. Primi has already proven he's one of the best players, if not the best player in Pacific, but if they don't make it to Santiago, he can't claim that he's one of the best in the world.
Oh, that's rough. I still think he's one of the best in the world, even without going there. I mean, we look at the way this guy plays, the way he aims, it's just so remarkable. But these 2 teams, I have to say, they both come from regions with probably the nicest fan base.
In the middle of the rounds anymore. Gotta find new ways to rein in that ego, but they're still gonna go right into the round anyway. Of course, Full Sense backing off onto that defense. DFM pushes up.
Yeah, taking the space. You definitely want to do this in a 5 versus 5 pistol. Got a little bit of utility that you can drop on towards the site as well, that you look towards Kaide. No nanos, from what I can see. So they're only gonna have that grav well from Cess a little bit later. As the time starts to tick away.
Just trying to kick things off with the initial utility, but look, Yatska able to hold it off. 2 shots already found. Paint Shells coming in, May dives onto the grenade, but at the same time, Killa finding a shot onto Yatska as well. Still though, time ticking away from the spike, and now Akame trying to hold off to a different angle. Has been spotted, but also takes down Leviathan and looks for a couple more shots. Thai diving into the kills as well. Will find a 3rd in the round, getting the defuse at the end for Full Sense.
Yeah, so far in pistols throughout the term of Pacific Kickoff right now, DFM have been pretty darn good at the higher side of it, but for Full Sense, they've been in comfort in the server today. I think that's going to be really important, and always in these 5 versus 5 retakes and 5 versus 5 pistols, it can always get the Outlaw. And you got the KJ set up there as well, which is actually going to be tested in mid at the moment. Jip Boys gets a headache. Do DFM want to continue? Teams opt to put the turret in towards Art to watch it, and you got the alarm bot towards mid as well, but this be a lean, it's not going to see that, so it is free territory for DFM to attempt to get into this A site. And getting the plant here, Quack, is not bad.
Good money, but you know, we'll see how clean Full Sense can really take this. The pop flash, perhaps not quite expected, so Leviathan will take the fall, but Thai able to find the exchange. Now 2 remaining players for DFM. Yeah, not much else. They can only hold the off angles out from stairs. So Primi pushing up. Unfortunately not finding the outlaw shot, but Kill was still around the corner alongside Jit Boys. No, because back against DRX when they last played this map, it was definitely a little bit hectic at times. Primi off to the outlaw this round still. Killa finding first contact though with a little peek down middle.
Wrong call if they do this, and you gotta remember Cess on the other side of the map because of this Astra has plagued DFM a lot sometimes.
Yeah, not quite showing up in the kill department at times. Right now, just trying to perhaps poke a little bit inside of our. We'll see if there's anything there, and it does feel like there's something there. What they also don't know, though, is this judge. Jitboy springs forward, but unfortunately falls to Yatska.
Too premature for him in that moment in time. You got the player advantage, you got the showstopper. Kind of would have minded him just playing for the rest of the team, but you understand the idea with the judge. You want to get a bit sneaky beaky like that. Post plant now. See what Thai is going to be able to potentially do, but he is going for a flank.
Yeah, it's a pretty long one. Cess could possibly keep him in check. You want to deploy that showstopper, but might be difficult. Thankfully, though, Primi coming in to dispatch me.
All these kills, they take him away from it. The flank can activate now with a good shot out from Leviathan traded.
Slowly moving forward, and thanks to that, Cess was distracted just enough for Thai to come in with a double kill at the end.
Decide and always be happy to go for a bit of a battle, which is what I feel like Jit Boys might have to be aware of right now.
At the same time, TP not quite there for Primi perhaps, so Jit Boys gonna have to be cautious. A lot of faith in the anti-eco perhaps. Absolutely obscured by smoke for now, allowing it to go through as soon as it dissipates. finds a header.
Spike planted.
DFM just trying to hold on to things for now, though. While Full Sense gets into position now, and the initial artillery utility will fall through. Showstopper gets deployed to secure the round, why not? But May able to find a singular trade. Jit Boys, the rest of Full Sense proved to be too overwhelming, and also a little bit stunning.
You're putting stock in the 4 players of Full Sense being able to do something at this A site that you got to figure out soon as DFM how many players are here.
Starting to get an inkling, but also getting surprised by these swings. Thai Killua. Akami presses the issue all the way up from front main, and now it's May popping off with the overdrive, trying to look for more targets.
I love this from Primi as well. You always got to be worried about an overdrive going ham against you, so the fact that he goes into the drift can commune to his teammates what's happening with May.
It's fantastic calling as well. At the same time, the team swings alongside it. Simultaneous kills.
The onus really is on DFM to change things here.
Well, DFM will rear their heads after seeing the alarm bot pop off, but what they might not know is that this is the entire 4-man squad from Full Sense on the other end. Leviathan taking 2 down. Thai with another trade. It's just Yatska left. Can he hold them off? Not quite. After Primi sprints
Range of utility for Full Sense. Killjoy util over towards the A site.
Slightly switched up, but Yatska just going all the way in. Perhaps looking for an opening from this spot. A lot of space being garnered up on. Full Sense just respecting it for now. They do have their own options and tools for retakes if needed.
Yeah. Not going to be comboing the util of the ults for DFM though, as I kind of theorized, but deploying in the drift. Now the Hunter's Fury may be needing to come online because of this Cosmic Divide.
Very soon now, but not quite, not yet. Yatska is enough, just playing forward enough, and the Showstopper unfortunately will not quite connect. Still though, pushing all the way through now. Full Sense, they have the Nightfall, it gets sent in. Akame trying to hold off with time. He's alone by the pillar. Every single beam's been sent out. Can he land the shots? No, Primi takes him down instead, and Full Sense.
Down to the B site, you've got the turret watching mid doors still. You've also got the alarm bot up towards A. So you are feeling pretty comfortable as DFM at the moment. This starts to really tick on down as well. Starts to look a little bit wonky, perhaps. Akame, you're risking it here.
May as well, perhaps. Oh no, the Bucky shot whipped! Flashes abound, and it will be Full Sense being able to kick down the doors! Primi towards the back of Flowers as well. It's gonna be Kaine's turn pretty soon, and that's where he hits the deck. Just Yatska left with this Outlaw.
Yeah, juggling the plant over toward Thai, it looks like as well, to get that Showstopper online as soon as possible. Not a bad shout, as Primi will trade in the end, just losing Jit Boys in your favor. Did have the lesser rounds as well to try and keep things quite interesting here. And I said in that bit, a bit risky for Akame, because it did look like he was going to peek out from the back of sight before the smokes were even down, before May could get himself situated to get that slide ready. He did think better of it, but in the end, kind of off and on. Drone will expire before Hit can find him, but putting Yatska on the line already. Sensational for an opener.
That is just such a strong start as well, despite Full Sense getting space on the B site.
Yeah, they're going to try and get on in. You're happy to go retake as DFM here, or maybe not anymore. Primi, he was silent in the first half. If he starts to step up, it's going to be scary.
Oh, May's gonna start to make a lot of noise as well. Oh, no, slides in the corner. And this is where Leviathan will start to pop off. Cess finding frags now. It's Primi and Cess in a 1v1. The angle's favoring Primi, though. All he has to do is hold. Cess revealing his shoulder at the wrong moment. Full Sense will take the round.
Really trying to get the spray down. Always leads into a little bit of laughter for Leviathan. Or rather from, let's see, from Cess. Because we've always had some kind of questions against Cess, right? In his disconnected,
yeah, need a whole lot more.
This round does not tip into your favor as DFM. The scales, they go the other way. Unless somehow you can bait the Full Sense members into this Bucky of May. If you can draw attention away as Akame backside with the drone and the dart, or Yatska, some good flashes clone, perhaps.
He's been trying it for the past several rounds now, but they're still not paying off. Primi, though! Fantastic recovery on the separate angle, and now Jit Boys will get involved into the site. It's just Yatska able to hold and do a couple of shots with that Sheriff of his.
Certainly makes things interesting. Imagine a world in which he found 3, right?
Oh my
Could have
God.
put Cess in a position potentially for that 1 versus 2 clutch, but right now, if you are Cess, you've got nothing to play for, right? You already have your ult. You got guns in the next rounds. You've already used a couple stars in this one. Jitboys is 1 away from the lockdown, so if you die to him, you give him the ult for the next round instead of them challenging for an orb, which will be 5 ults on the side of Full Sense. Yikes. Now, I will kind of have to highlight today, I would like to see ultimates used by teams.
Nice roast. Yeah, we're referencing to the games of yesterday, but unfortunately this time,
It's half so far. Does look like by the timer being paused that I am going to currently the Yatska show over on DFM's side. May be missing.
Who's next?
Dimensional drift in from Primi. Scope things out towards main nice and early. Spot that both of the duelists are there. Push things a little bit more in towards the B side. Team in tow, but not really. It's a ruse, it's a fake, and I absolutely love it because DFM have fallen hook, line, and sinker.
Fantastic calling coming through off the timeout as well. This is a multi-dimensional chess game because the spike gets delivered over to the A side for free.
And they've got some time as well because you have to invest util right now as DFM. How far forward do you think Full Sense have pushed? Where they've got some stalling action as well on the tail end of this. Killua with the Nightfall, Die with the Showstopper, Leviathan with the Cosmic Divide. Could be gorgeous here.
Cosmic Divide first though, but look at the positions that Full Sense take, knowing that this could be where DFM might want to rotate over from. Now, slightly revealing themselves, getting on top of the spike. Kaide tries to get halfway, but gets off in the last second because of nano swarms. Now, though, should be Full Sense's time to send off those ultimates. Showstopper, Primi diving in, and unfortunately, DFM just completely lost their grip over the spike, over the site. They have to relinquish this round.
It's just too overwhelming from Full Sense. That is a fantastic idea on how to tackle this round and really show something you haven't. Getting another dub here on it would further that. Bit of backing up towards this B site now from Cess. Locking himself in. There's a Kame. Finds an opener in a more slow-paced round.
Some change of pace, unfortunately, catches Full Sense like a deer in headlights. Couple players downed, and as soon as they try to break through, unfortunately, DFM are completely prepared. Cess, May, all fighting 1 apiece. It's just Leviathan left on the other end of that smoke, and even at that point, all you can really hope for are kills, perhaps, but see if he's able to isolate the duels. Singular taps, and he's found 3! Just Yatska left onto the operator. Potential wallbang spot, unfortunately whiffs as the spike goes down. Leviathan with a step, now holds a favorable angle. You've got clones, you've got flashes, you got something that you can definitely do. He's trying to fake it, but Leviathan checks! It's a Red Bull clutch 1v4!
5 versus 2, man!
Oh,
and he just
my.
comes back in towards this one with
my
some
favorite
absolute
moment,
sharp shots. The fake clone attempt, reading it, you see it. No, not falling for that, mate. Ults in this one where Full Sense didn't deploy all of theirs as well, mind you.
It's all in or nothing.
Yep.
And even then, you still got quite the journey to go. We'll start off with the Nightfall from Full Sense into the A site, calling the reinforcements for DFM over.
You just have to drop the lockdown here as Kaide. You're not really in a great position to be able to put it perfectly, so you just got to rip it. See if you can stall your opponents away, which they're not forcing a plant here, Full Sense.
Yeah, just wanting to draw out the ults. Look at the macro game they're playing.
I mean, look at just the, again, over-rotation from DFM. The B side is completely unguarded. You'd almost feel like a Kame, as soon as they hear the tap on towards the spike, you'd have to rip the Hunter's Fury, but he's so far away from the piece. They're thinking it's a fake. DFM are thinking that Full Sense are coming back towards the A site, and it's the wrong decision.
Absolute confidence from Full Sense as well to be able to make these plays. Look at Primi holding the off angle. It's an outlaw. He's not going to be able to connect the shot, but it still buys perhaps enough time away from Kaide to join the rest of the team. Now Hunter's Fury gets deployed to deal with the lockdown. May dives in on the action, but Jitboys has it set up. Nano swarms, everything, denying DFM from retaking the site. It's Cess, it's Akame. They're trying to find the shots. They found a couple. Can they get even more done? Jitboy from the back of holes suddenly reveals his presence, and Cess needs to clear it. 1v2 just to keep DFM DFM in the game, but he gets hit. It's the grab ball, it's the Vandal shot, Jitboy to finish, and that will be full sense, taking away DFM's map pick.
Yeah,
Got a bit the utility timings and such, this time just jiggling outside the garage, but Jitboys will peek forward.
And DFM, another situation, going for a bit of a wrong read in how they think the round is going to end.
And unless Akame could potentially do something, but for now he's just completely smoked off, tries to play around ramps instead while the spike gets planted. And as well as Leviathan to play sneaky around the back end of ramps, does pick up the bandit that his teammate dropped previously.
That's a good smoke to put him off the line though. How much time does it draw away from the site though, because this wrap already comes from DFM, clearing everything.
Yeah, pretty good hold from Full Sense. A little bit of time, but still stronger side towards elbow. They're getting on from defuse though, but this is where Leviathan makes his mark again. And all of a sudden 3 players go down, the final one being Akame. Full Sense will start the upcoming round as well. DFM elects to push all the way through, but Primi just fires off check shots and he managed to find 3! Cess fires off with the right click as well, but can he really find a little bit more? Just on towards Thai until Killua finds the trade, and all of a sudden it's Jitboys calling that the B side is completely open.
I wouldn't have minded sweet time exploring the split scenery.
Oh, hold. It's Leviathan. Turning around, unfortunately, at the wrong seconds as well. Killua suddenly has the realization to press into the site. Vandal being picked up, as you adequately mentioned. Kaide has a real good opportunity, but has to choose and trying to apply a bit more pressure. Bait him into peeking out. No! What are we doing, guys? It's a 2v1, and Kaide's managed to isolate. And there goes the snake bite, making things a lot worse for Jitboys. He crouches, he shoots, saves
the couple that we've got from Full Sense finding the opener, but DFM bringing it back.
Really could potentially change the outcome of the map. Still really early for now. We're seeing dimensional drift trying to create some advantages for Full Sense into the A site. He's gone all the way back, but unfortunately Leviathan falls. No more smokes available. Primi, though, still trying to tear through. It's paint shells, it's Jitboys, and now the site is ripe for the taking.
Shells, satchels. This is workable.
We'll see what May decides to do. Got a pretty good kit after all.
Oh, he didn't have the gun out!
He just goes into elbow. What? No, and Primi completely denies the effort.
Who's next?
Thank you for an ultimate off the rip.
Wow. Well, we'll see if it eventuates to much. Makes me a little bit nervous with how Akame is positioned alongside Cess and May right now. 4 players onto the site with a TP coming through, but Primi off to the judge, able to break into the site. Thai and Killua now outside from ramps, being able to stall them through as they try to approach from screens. Another kill coming through by Yatska, mowing down a triple. Leviathan turns at the right.
Yet again for Yatska.
Prowler will check though.
Splits the wickets.
Unfortunate. And Cess goes down.
Yeah.
Still though, Nightfall deployed. Kaide asserting himself back into sight. Completely blinded though, and the pop flash unfortunately goes wrong. Primi will be able to find an opening shot, but Kaide off the other end of Pillar. Primi still not out of the game, and he saves.
You'll have your buy in the 3rd round, and that's where we are now to see what these defenses do look like for Full Sense. An advantage kill would be gorgeous. And with all 5 around this A ramp for DFM, essentially, they're going to gift that over.
Oh, no TP though. The punish goes right back, and at the same time, look at Cess. Down yet.
You don't know if your opponents are in mid, if they're already in towards the A site that you've relinquished control of. The pressure that Cess has just put on you by that deeper smoke and by being a nuisance around tower at the moment is quite sensational.
You know, with a Spectre, mind you, he's just bought so much time away, just enough for the spike to...
I mean, you'll see the Paranoia go in for Leviathan, maybe Thai's satcheling in, he's got the Boombot as well. Killua has a haunt, although, as I say that, he's just removed from the equation.
Certainly did not want that to happen. Now, you gotta make a call, you gotta start going in sooner rather than later. Waiting out the smokes perhaps, but finally the Paranoia gets sent alongside Snakebite. Does flush them over, unfortunately still not fully blind that they're able to hold their ground. Leviathan goes for the brave peek, managed to find 1! And as soon as they peek him, he lied!
How long do they stay around this tower? The rest of the team isn't getting any further info over at B Garage, for example. Anything up through mid. It's very passive defenses from Full Sense, almost reactive instead of proactive. DFM are just going to capitalize if they keep going for these sort of decisions.
Yeah. Perhaps the intention was to be aware of the showstopper, but at the same time, you're relinquishing a lot of control. So now it's another retake scenario. Sure, Thai has the judge, but it's got to be able to land its mark. DFM in position. Off angles all being held, but there goes the double satchel, completely flying across. Kaide Akami trying to hold, but still getting gunned down at the end. Full Sense able to crack through the entire site, and at an instant.
Full Sense are trying to knock on that door to try and tie the scoreline here.
Let's try to regain some presence. They're cutting a lot of noise, though. Full Sense, stay prepared. Just right around the edges of heaven as well. Jit Boys in position, continuing to jiggle here and there. Doesn't see too much for now. And plays it safe. Primi, unfortunately, gets caught.
Yep, wide swing king out on that one. You got all the information as Full Sense this time taking a little bit of initiative, pushing through A main. Already getting the idea that, well, B tower's overwhelmed. Now maybe the B site starting to become a problem. Just Leviathan at the back of the site. Looks away at the wrong time. Oh, and it's atrocious.
Tried to go for those taps again, man, but Lightning does not strike twice in the same spot. So just Thai and Killua now, they've got the Nightfall.
I love this wraparound from May at the moment too, by the way. He gets an upgrade of a gun, but with 6 HP, he's in for the long con.
Shows up at Heaven at the right time. Could be huge, but for now, it's Killua doing the Lord's work. May down to 6 HP. Thai looking around. Where could he be? Now revealed. But all May needs is one headshot. Oh! Way too close, Thai. Just a simple graze and full
DFM to play for, and they are just going straight into this B side.
Real quick, and the shot's whiffing as well for Primi. Fortunately, now it's going to be Thai, and he explodes onto the site! Yatsuka as well! Same position for Yatsuka to hold as well, one that Full Sense might not expect, but we'll see if Akame is up to the task of taking down at least one. Arrow revealed though, and that's where Killua takes the step. Yatsuka's turn to move. Smoke onto the spike, and that makes things a lot more difficult. Vision obscured, and the spike getting stuck all the way down to the defuse at the end. Still though,
on the operator.
Unfortunately, he peeked the wrong side. He could TP across with Dimensional Drift as well from Yatsuka. Nightfall all into sight. DFM, they want this round so badly.
Gonna clear a lot of positions here as Full Sense too. Plant going down with the pit going into the map for Kaide too.
All the rest of the team from Full Sense trying to piece this retake together. They've managed to hold off Heaven control for long enough, but now you gotta work against the biggest obstacle at the pit. Cess as well towards the back end of the smoke. May able to play it from a tiny little gap. Killua able to spray forward. Nightfall completely counters into the pit as well, while Leviathan keeps Cess in check. Akame trying to spin all across alongside Killua, trying to fight for Full Sense's life in this round. Kaide goes down, but where is Yatsuka? The back's turned! Yatsuka possibly able to close it. It's just Killua, and he managed to hold it, but there's no time for the defuse. DFM!
That seems like that time they didn't need to invest themselves in getting the kills in the new style of approach for Full Sense. Frostless, you'll call it. That's a cold shot from Primi, by the way. They're going in with their own initiative on a different look to their comp. This round might very well be the one that they get on the board.
Okay. Perhaps a little bit hot and cold sometimes, but aren't we going to get the spike down? No,
yes and no. We're hanging back out of the site. Looking to send you 6 feet under with a gorgeous shot. Does get traded, so we keep going tit for tat.
Maybe looking to retrieve the Vandal. While Yatsuka plays from that position, drops down, and he descends onto Full Sense. Leviathan trying to stay afloat. Wolf Flash across, he dives for the gun. Takes some shots in that process. He's so darn low right now. Has to land a pixel perfect shot. Landed as well, Cess! Took a little bit too slow on that. Vicious.
For sure.
God.
For sure.
We're both scratching our heads, Dion. Well, the next round's up, and now it's going to be straight on through with Dimensional Drift. Primi all the way from Garage to the seaside alongside the rest of the team with the Waylay. Cess will be caught alongside Chit Boys and that Sheriff is dispatching of Kaide's run it back, but still, DFM in for the fight, into the thick of it. Yatsuka heads on to the Headhunter, but unfortunately not able to land the shots. Kaide will spray wildly, not quite able to find all of it. It's Killua instead with a triple, and now Leviathan out from Garage window. Cess though, and all this time, was back plant, takes 1 kill, drops the Leviathan. Full sense will scrounge up 1 round.
Long right now for full sense as well.
Could be a gun upgrade as well if they take down Jit Boys.
He sees the shoulder.
He's ready for a little bit more as well. Immediately tosses Neo Theft though, so the team should be able to get the go signal into the A site, and there they sprint. Spotting onto May as well, who got the TP across, but now has to reposition.
Just what damage
Hey.
you can find in this situation.
Spike planting.
Cess to keep them interested here to facilitate this double flank though.
Such a strong shot, strong hand as well. Primi will dispatch of him, so even trades for now, but Nightfall being spent as well from the opposing side. Akami pressing forward, convergent pass to hold them off.
Perfect timing on that, by the way. Absolutely nullifies this Nightfall.
And also perhaps the round. I don't know if you can get out the spike even with the kills at this point. So out of the choke point into the loving hands of full
Be a bit of a problem for them as Jit Boys is going to call an audible. You'd assume A site's empty. C site could be stacked. They're trying to sell the fake now. It looks like drone, clone, TP. They cannot afford to just go into this site.
Fake teleport.
They've done a pretty good job at selling it.
Yep.
Even getting a kill as well. But May, look at the angle. He's still holding on to
They
it. No!
They knew.
Perfect checks and shots coming out from Primi into garage as well.
Yep.
Great awareness and anticipation into expecting even more. It's just Kaide now onto the Sheriff, and despite being somewhat blinded, Primi
DFM now at the A site and the C site. Well, you can waltz in here, break and enter.
Out of charges.
conditioning somewhat works out. I thought Yatsuka
I'm back.
perhaps trying to look for someone on the rotations, but not able to spot the line of sight. So
The problem is all 5 members of DFM are already here before the spike even goes down, and they're going to flood before the plant. This is sticky.
oh, quite problematic, but unless Full Sends really plant their boots down into the ground. 2 kills so far, but also needing to check for garage. More op shots toward the force coming in, and all of a sudden, you gotta watch out
30
for
seconds
some
left.
of the areas on the site. Camera
Oh.
checks, and Yatsuka is so darn low. He's starting to feel the pressure. Whiffing onto the camera as well. Takes another peek, but that's where Jit Boys was already lying in wait. The score will be equalized at the end of the first half.
You got the big old snipey boy for Yatsuka as well.
Over. You're dead.
Snipey, we're gonna go full guns blazing for now. In Kaide, looking for kills,
Oh.
gets one. Akame as well. Now May getting shot down by Primi, which just holds the angle right around the edge of the blaze. He will think to go Dimensional Drift instead, though unfortunately that leaves Leviathan abandoned.
Yeah, he left him high and dry, unfortunately. Had to try and favor his life, misses the timing. Now it's a split angle.
Hold on. Oh no, still, yeah, Cess able to keep his opponents in check. It's just Jit Boys now. Grab well, he will avoid it for the time being, but Spike still in the hands of DFM.
Oh, Prowler, you got a second if you want to throw it in as a Kame too. Just play in the open together, on the smoke to fade.
Oh, this is a crossfire. Crossfire from hell. You just can't break this. Smoke fades, you peek, your back is open, and Cess will close out the series. 13